Our major focus for this lesson is to learn how to expand brackets, and we're going to learn a new way of doing this, which is called the distributive law. We're then going to use what we've learnt from like terms in the previous lesson to combine expanding brackets and adding and subtracting like terms. We're about to learn something new called the distributive law. And basically what that means is here we have a number multiplying everything inside a bracket. And we need to figure out what we need to do in order to get rid of these brackets and make it into just a normal expression without brackets. So the first thing we're going to do here to eliminate the brackets, we follow the arrows we're about to see. So the first set of arrows says multiply the outside number with the first inside bracket number. So 3 times 2m, and that gives us 6m. Multiply the outside number with the second inside bracket number, and that's our second arrow. So again, 3 times, well, the second one now, 5, which is 15. The third step, drop down the plus or minus symbol that's inside the bracket, like this. And then the fourth step, drop down your two answers. And your answer when expanding this question that we started with is 6m plus 15. And now we're going to do the exact same question, except now we're going to have a minus symbol in the middle of the bracket. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to multiply the outside number with the first term inside the brackets, which is 2m. So 3 times 2m is still 6m. Then we're going to multiply the outside number again with the second number, which is still 5. So 3 times 5 is 15, except now we're just going to drop down the minus symbol this time, okay? And then we're going to drop down the two answers that we found. So our answer is now 6m minus 15. So here we essentially have two more examples, just a little bit more trickier. So we have 4m on the outside and 5w minus 5 in the inside of the bracket. So the first thing we're going to do, multiply the outside with the first term in the brackets, which is 4m times 5w. And you'll see there that that equals 20mw. Last exercise we practiced working on how to multiply multiple letters with multiple numbers. So what we've got here in this example is we've got 4 times m, which is 4m, times 5 times w. Now what I said last time was to rearrange these with the numbers in the front. So 4 times 5 and then m times w. Well, 4 times 5 is 20 and m times w is mw. And that's how we got this answer here. So I just thought I'd show you that before we carry on. So I'll rub this out. And then the next thing we're going to do is follow the second arrow, which is to multiply 4m with 5. And that should give us 20m. Then we drop down this plus or minus symbol, which is a minus, and then we drop down the other two. Let's look at another example. 3a times all of 2m plus 5. So first thing is to multiply 3a with the first inside term, which is 3a times 2m, giving us 6am. Then the other one, which is 3a times 5, giving us 15a. Drop down the plus symbol and drop down your two answers. So our two answers are over here on the left, 20mw minus 20m and 6am plus 5a. So how can expanding brackets be useful in using rectangle areas? So let's just say we had a normal rectangle here and the length was 2 centimeters and the width was 1 centimeter. We could definitely say now that the area of this rectangle is 2 centimeters squared. But what happens if we had a rectangle that looked like this? We knew what the width was. We knew that the width is 5 centimeters, and we know that the length has got a number 2 in there, it's got a letter X in there, but we don't know what the whole length is. So we don't know what X is, but we do know that the length is 2 plus whatever x is, or we can just say x plus 2. So if I want to multiply all of the length with all of the width, I can just write x plus 2 times 5, or 5 times x plus 2. And all of a sudden, we've got brackets and a number on the outside that we can expand. So if I really wanted to, I could say that the area of this rectangle is 5 times x, okay, because I'm timesing the first pair first, plus 5 times 2, which means the area of this rectangle is 5x plus 10. The reason why this is important is because if I somehow manage to find the length of x, I can just substitute it into here and I can find out what the area is. So let's just say that the area, or the x, was x equals 3. Then I can say 5 times 3 plus 10 is what my area is. So then I would be able to say that 5 times 3 is 15 plus 10 is 25 centimeters squared. As we always do, keywords, key literacy for algebra. When we have an equation like this, we know that all the letters are called pronumerals or variables. Everything starting with another plus sign or another minus sign is a term. Everything here highlighted in red is the coefficients. So for example, this one here is -9 is the coefficient of t. Okay, and for the numbers in green, which don't have any pronumerals, these are called the constant terms. Everything on the left of the equal sign, okay, is called an expression. And if an expression contains an equal sign, it's called an equation.